Hey, this is Don, headed to the airport. I was staged about 35 miles out in the suburbs this morning, but the destination said it's not working for me this morning, so I'm headed to the airport anyway. I do get lucrative rides from the airport, so it's well worth me driving up there, and I'll probably have to wait an hour. The advantage of me destination set with Uber is, had I gotten a request to the airport, there was a good chance that I was going to get a rematch and would have gotten a ride in about 1 minute. Oh well, I'll just wait the hour this time. I'm good. It'll be well worth my while. Now, since I'm driving up here, I'm not online, so I'm not even getting mileage. Let's make this time productive. So let's talk about accepting cash. Just pick a subject at random and talk about. Can you take cash for an Uber or Lyft ride? Not only am I going to say no, I'm going to say hell no. Are you crazy? These platforms have spent millions of dollars developing, and they didn't do all that development for you to be able to usurp their services and start charging cash. So you cannot take cash. Not only is it unethical, but it's also dangerous. Point number one is you are not being covered by insurance, anybody's insurance. Your personal insurance is not going to cover a cash ride. Neither is your rideshare insurance going to cover a cash ride. The platform with its own insurance is not going to cover that ride. So you're endangering yourself, you're endangering your passenger. So what can you do? Well, it's not much you can do. If you find somebody in dire straits, let's say a neighbor, your next door neighbor, somebody living in the house with you, it could be your own daughter, a senior citizen in the community that needs to get to the doctor, a teenager who arranged for you to pick him or her up to go to work at maybe McDonald's, Taco Bell, or somewhere. They get in the car and then the app won't work. So you get situations where there's a possibility you're going to need to take somebody somewhere off the platform. Well, that's not unethical. You have the prerogative to take somebody somewhere for free. They're still not covered. I don't know, your personal insurance might cover the free ride because that's not a commercial trip, but you would have to convince them that's not a commercial trip. So can you take somebody somewhere for free? Well, that's a touchy subject depending on your real definition of free, but I would err on the side of you can take somebody for free with hopes that maybe you'll get a tip. Now, tips are not unethical because tips have already been tried and true and tested and all of that. We've been taking cash tips. Back when Uber wasn't even accepting tips through the platform, you would be able to take cash tips. But the tips are at the discretion of the passenger. That's not your discretion, because If you're charging the tip, then you're charging cash for the ride. So tips would be 100% at the discretion of the person that's getting the free ride. So can you take cash? No, hell no. Can you take somebody for free? Maybe. Can you accept a tip for a free ride? Possibly. Just be careful. Don't get kicked off the platform. Make sure you know what you're doing, and that ride is very definitive where it won't backfire on you. Okay, I'm almost at the airport. This is Don, over and out. Bye-bye, y'all.